Welcome in, come meet my Bristol bro. Anything from this to that, my Bristol bro. So nice to introduce my Bristol bro. Anyone from him to her, my Bristol bro. Work with these hands, you see this hard form. Say with your chest, my pen is hardcore. Even at my desk, feel like a star-lord. And it shows how much we give it all for. Now it's time to give them all an encore. Till it's back to the drawing. Welcome in, come meet my Bristol bro. Anything from this to that, my Bristol bro. So nice to introduce my Bristol bro. Anyone from him to her, my Bristol bro.
Welcome in, everybody. It is Tuesday evening. That means your Bristol bros are here, Sam and James. So that means I have to bring Sam on here. Oh, I think Sam got the wrong memo. It's the wrong Hulk that he's representing in his name tag. He's got the Terry Bollea, the actual Hulkster's real name.
What you gonna do, brother?
What you gonna do when we want to run wild on you tonight? How you doing, buddy?
Man, I've been so fucking busy. It's not even funny.
Yeah. What do you say? About 16 hours wrapping everything up the other day that you were working on?
Yeah, I worked on that thing 16 hours straight, pretty much.
All to get it sent off to the printer, right?
Yep, I'm waiting on one address. So if you worked on my book and you're out there and you know who you are, because it's only one of you, send me your address so I can ship you your damn books.
Yeah, get Sam your address, man. Yeah, I was confused. I didn't know whether I should give you my address because I was on that group email. I'm like, I didn't do a pinup in this one.
Yeah,
I need to buy the other one though. I got to get the one that my pinup is actually in.
Yeah, I had sent that to you purely so you could see the your ad in it.
So, looked good. It turned out, both the ads turned out really good. I'm excited for people to get those in their hands. All right, let's see. We got our buddy Vic Medina in here once again. Hello, fellas. What's up, Vic? Hope you're doing well. Awesome. Well, we have a very special guest in here tonight. Somebody that I see has a lot of similar tastes to me and the types of books that he likes and everything. So this is going to be a fun one. We have Daryl from Read.Your.Comics on here with us tonight. Sam, did you want to give him a little introduction before I bring him on and let everybody know how you and Daryl got connected and everything?
Sure. So Daryl runs a YouTube channel. It's called Read.Your.Comics. I guess it's kind of in the vein of kayfabe, more or less, over the top view, kind of flipping through books, reviewing it, spitting comic knowledge, dude, super knowledgeable in comics.
Nice.
Met him through Dave, and I sent Daryl some books, and he's been a supporter of mine, shows some of my comics off and everything like that. Yeah. So we're here to talk comics.
Awesome. Well, as I like to say, any friend of West Coast Dave is a friend of ours. So Daryl, welcome on to the show, brother. How you doing? Oh, looks like you're muted. Boom, there he is.
I didn't do that.
You're good now. You're good. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on.
Pleasure. Understand you're an hour ahead even of Sam. So you're getting to your bedtime here to be on with us. So you appreciate it.
I'm an old man and this is close to my bedtime.
Judging by the gray in the beard, we might be around the same make and model.
Yeah.
We appreciate you being on here with us late. And whenever I'm not as familiar with a guest than Sam, I like to let Sam lead the conversation, but I know I'm going to have a lot of questions for you, given our shared love of the Hulk, judging by your logo. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Sam, take it away. I'm going to monitor the chat and everything. Fire away, brother.
Cool. So I guess my first question to you is pretty generic, but where does the love of comics kind of start for you?
Like in the late 80s, I would say I was about 8, 9-ish when I got into being like a monthly follower, right?
Okay.
And it was the Todd McFarlane Hulks that sucked me in at the convenience store.
Yeah.
I saw that gray, wrinkly looking Hulk, and I was like, what is this? And I'm going like, I know the Hulk is green from the cartoons and TV show. Like, what is this gray thing? Was he always gray in the comics? It just totally blew my mind. So even though before that I'd picked up like GI Joes and He-Mans and stuff as a little kid, it wasn't until those that I was hooked. And it wasn't long after finding those that some kid at my school was like, "Hey, we have a comic shop in town," and then it was off to the races then, and I barely took any breaks in my life. So
That's awesome, man. So was it that McFarlane art that kind of drew you in, along with the wondering why the Hulk was gray?
I mean, definitely,
Yeah.
it definitely did suck me in, just because I mean, all those little noodly marks and stuff. It was just kind of sensory overload, I think, compared to what I knew from seeing comics on the shelves, as
Yeah.
a little kid. Like, it was just so different.
I held a lot of those original pages in my hand back in the day.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
I worked for a shop here that McFarlane co-owned, and that's where he stored all his original pages.
oh wow.
So I would go on my lunch break, take a big bag down, and that's probably why I ended up getting fired. It's probably spending way too much time looking at the original art and not,
Yeah.
not, not sorting and alphabetizing the back issues as much as I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a lot of those Hulk pages too were awesome because a lot of his prelims were on the back. Like he would work his thumbnails out on the back of the board and then go and you'd turn it over and then you'd have the, all his blue pencil and everything and the finished work. So yeah,
That's
that
pretty
stuff
cool.
holds a special place in my heart for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'd like to see. I've never seen any of his work in person.
It's rare, super rare.
Super rare. Yeah. Yeah. And I think he only has like, I think I heard he only has like 2 or 3 of his Spider-Man pages left that he didn't sell back in the day. And I don't even know if he has any of the Hulk stuff. I know he has like all the Spawn stuff because he held on to it all, but yeah, I don't, well, we saw that page, I'm sure that people are sharing that was at the con
From
here.
OAX.
Yeah, on OAX, like everybody was drooling on that.
Yeah.
Our buddy West Coast Dave was drooling all over it.
Oh yeah, I saw that posted a few places. Yeah, that would be a cool one to see in person.
Yeah. Somebody want to loan
and that
Dave
was
a
it.
bazillion bucks, he's gonna buy it.
Yeah, and that was it for me too. It's like McFarlane Hulk at the convenience store, found a comic shop, and I didn't really realize he was doing double duty towards the end of his Hulk run and Spider-Man at the same time. So it's
Yeah.
like I find the comic shop and I see he's doing Spider-Man, and then I'm on Amazing Spider-Man too, and it's just so much good stuff that was coming out like right at that era. Those guys were
Those
really
were the days.
hooking the kids in.
You really were.
Did you end up liking the Image books then when they moved over?
Oh yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
definitely followed Image, and then I got annoyed with them with the lateness of their book.
Yeah.
And I stayed on Spawn until McFarlane stopped drawing it, and then
Yep.
I was like, okay, I'm only on this book for him, and his writing wasn't it was his art. But once he stopped being the full-time penciler, I was like, okay, now I'm done with Spawn too. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I was
That's-
definitely following all the Image guys over initially.
Yeah, I think a lot of us were in that boat, and then all the late stuff really was the downfall because everything pretty much was late. Wildcats was late, Spawn was late. I think Dragon was one of the only ones that was Dragon pretty consistent. I don't remember it being too late.
I don't think it got too bad, but
Pitt
Larson-
was uber
Yeah.
late.
Pitt was like the biggest letdown, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it was like number
And
one, and number two
eventually-
didn't come out for like 6 months.
eventually Battle Chasers as well was another one that was
Yeah,
like,
that
dude,
was-
come on.
But I don't remember Dragon having that much of an issue, but it may have had a little bit of issues because he was putting out so many titles too. He was doing like spin-off books, and I think they just all spread themselves a little too thin. It
For
really,
sure.
it's Spawn never got too late, but I will give McFarlane credit for that. Spawn was never too late, but they all got a little late.
Probably because he quit drawing it.
Yeah,
He
probably
could
so.
focus on the other stuff.
Probably so. But it's
Yeah.
crazy to think it's like that book got late because maybe he was drawing it, but then you look back at that Hulk Spider-Man time and he was doing 2 books at the same time. So he had the capability of keeping
kind of
up.
out of necessity, probably. You get a little comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Too busy
plus,
selling toys.
yeah, I was gonna say that
Yeah,
he was really focused on that. So yeah, it's hard to wear all the hats for the Todd father for sure.
But I will say, I did get annoyed with McFarlane like later because he quit penciling. And but then I came back around to him, and now I look back at him as like, he could have left comics and made money with just this toy business ages ago. There's really no reason for him to stay in comics except that he likes the medium and wants to keep it going there. So,
yeah,
I definitely tip my hat to him for that.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, even when like you just look at his output, just not only with like toys, but music videos and whatever the hell else that dude had worked on over time. It's like, yeah, he wasn't working on comics, but he was doing other shit. You really can't fault him for that. The dude's just an artist,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, an aspiring director. That's kind of what's holding the Spawn movie back.
Gonna be
He wants to direct it.
Frank Miller situation.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Did you see Michael J. White was just on a podcast kind of talking about that? He's like, man, Todd needs to let somebody else. He's like, he wants to direct it, but like, and he's like, he wants to change it. He's like, you never made the actual Spawn into a movie. Like, take the comic and make it into a movie. Because he wants to do this kind of thing where you don't see Spawn and he's like this hidden thing and jumps out and kills everybody and then you don't see it. It's like,
that's what he wants to do for the movie.
Yeah.
That'll
he wants to make he's described it as like a Jaws, like you don't see him and then he pops out and there's like a fray of violence and then it disappears kind of thing. Yeah.
That would be terrible.
So hopefully
everybody wants to see that costume. I mean,
hopefully that's why it's delayed. It's getting rewritten. Somebody's gonna say, Todd, just let's do the original with the current capabilities that we have and do it right, because I think that's what we would all want to see. Like, give us something R-rated along the vein of the animated series and everybody will be there for it.
I just don't know like what you would do with Spawn in 2026 in terms of like writing a movie for like the plot, you know what I mean? Because it seems, I don't know, because like Spawn is just like, it makes no sense. You know what I mean? When you actually read it, it's like, what even is
he loves his wife, man.
Come on. Yeah, just yells Wanda for 300 issues.
Loves his wife so much. He made a deal with the devil and he, come on.
Yeah, I barely remember exactly what happened. It just meandered, and then of course there's the Alan Moore issue, the Neil Gaiman issue. He was smart to bring those guys on to add some lore to it, but then it just kind of
and get some lawsuits cooking.
Yeah. A Neil Gaiman comic, the most expensive comic ever made.
Yeah. But we were all there, like, eating that stuff up for a while, and then I feel like when Capullo's style evolved and kind of him and Todd became this amalgamation of this art style, that was a pretty cool period. Like, Capullo was cooking for a while on Spawn.
Yeah, that's
kind of when I got back to it, because same as you, when Capullo first took over, it was so different than Todd. And then he kind of started taking on some of those Toddisms. So I go back and look at that stuff because it was pretty enjoyable.
And I do like Capullo, but I think at that point, it's like I was already so far removed from it, like out of it. I was like, Yeah. But I'd flip through it and stuff, and when it was on the shelf, and be like, yeah, this is pretty good, but it was always like, do I really want to follow this writing? Yeah. And I like Capullo a lot. I mean, the stuff he's doing today, I guess he's doing Marvel stuff right now.
Yeah. Well, and he's working on the new Creech book too that he's doing all on his own.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been doing that on the side now for quite a while, and he's penciling and inking it himself. He's actually inking it digitally so he can, I think, just streamline it and try to get it done in between
Yeah.
deadlines or whatever. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. So I like when he inks himself and kind of
Hmm.
fully see his unfiltered style come through.
Yeah, when he inks himself, it's a little more crisp than when Todd inks him. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
Todd adds a lot more of the little squiggles and scratches
mhm.
and things there.
Yeah.
You know, definitely.
So if you were to have somebody come up to you and say, "Hey, I know you like the Hulk. Where should I start, or what should I read?" What do you tell them?
I mean, I'm all about that Peter David run. I mean,
Mm.
all of it, but there's like different sections you could start in. You can do the McFarlane era, you can do the Joe Fixit era, you
Yeah.
can do the Del Keown era. You can pick up in the post Professor Hulk era, like the post Pantheon era, where you get some other crazy artists like Liam Sharp has a run, and
Got our
Adam Kubert
buddy
has a run and stuff.
Tristan Werner's in here. He says, "Sup guys, big fan of Read.Your.Comics."
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Tristan. Yeah, there's so many good runs. It's kind of hard to pick. Like
Yeah.
for me, it's the McFarlane and then the Keown stuff. That's kind
Hmm.
of my comfortable space there. I really enjoy all of that stuff. But then you look back at some of the really old stuff too, and there's some gems in there as well.
Yeah. I mean, I love the Sal Buscema run. It's beautiful to look at. His work is so great. Just the stories get a little repetitive, a little
Right.
corny, you know. But just looking at Sal's work is great. When he does probably one of my favorite Hulks, actually, like looking back on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the stories just get a little repetitive during that era. And of course, you know, there's Herb Trimpe, who I love, and Mary Severin, and of course Jack Kirby, and even Steve Ditko has like a big contribution to the Hulk. So
Yeah.
there's all kinds of stuff you can point to, but definitely if somebody's like, where should I start? I'm like, the Peter David run. Like that's where you gotta jump on there, and you know, and he'll fill you in on all the important lore along the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you ever read Grand Design before, James?
No, I've
No?
flipped through that. I've looked at the art.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
love the
good
art.
shit. It's good shit.
Yeah. Have not read it. Yeah, it's on my list for sure though.
Yeah, I mean, Jim Rugg does a great job just covering, you know, pretty much all the way up to. Does he touch on Immortal Hulk in that?
I
feel
don't
like
think so.
so. He goes up pretty much through the Peter David run, probably
Yeah.
maybe a smidge after it. It's. Have you done the X-Men Grand Design? Have you looked through it or
I've
read
looked
it?
through it. Yeah.
I mean, like it's different than the way Ed did X-Men Grand Design and the way Tom did FF Grand Design. Those are very much like kind of textbook, like by the numbers. But Jim
Mhm.
does a little bit more of like a chaotic kind of helter skelter take on it, I think, which works for the Hulk. I
Yeah.
think, you know, it's a little different. So all the grand designs are good. Like, get caught up on this character. Like,
Exactly.
It's
Save
honestly
us a
kind of
little time.
surprising there isn't more of them. You know what I mean? Like Marvel
Yeah.
didn't like start hiring more people to like do that to start getting more casual fans or people who do come into comics are like, I don't know where the fuck to start, and you can just hand them
Yeah.
that book and be like, here's a good point, you know?
yeah, where's the
Yeah.
Avengers one? Where's the Spider-Man one? You know,
Yep.
It's like- but I think, you know, to Marvel's credit, which I don't credit them for much when it comes to like, you know, taking care of their creators and stuff. I think that those three guys, they were like, the grand design is their thing, and we shouldn't like just overcapitalize that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you kind of need, you know, a sole creator vision because it's like those books are like those dudes' books and it just
Mhm.
happen to have Marvel's characters in it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah.
Well, what do
it's-
you say?
Are we already jumping to our tier list?
I think we should. We're kind of getting to that time. So
Yeah. You said you think it's going to take us about 20, 30 minutes?
probably about 30 minutes.
We don't want to keep Daryl up too far past his bedtime. I mean, it's 7 here and I'm already drinking coffee. So, all right. So we're going to get to this list now. Sam, you're gonna have to walk me through how this is gonna work and everything, because I've
Well,
never used this before. This platform,
yes.
tierbuddy.com.
So you just have the
You just
bank
drag them over.
and you just drag them. So you can click on the ones in the bank and it'll bring it up so we can see what it is. And then from
Okay.
there you can drag it over so then we can categorize them.
Sweet. All right.
It-
Well, without further ado, let me do a screen share here. And there we go. Oh, Hulk grand ? Designs, he says. All right, let me bring it onto the stage here. Boom. All right. So let me bring this over here onto this monitor so I can have both over here. There we go. All right. There we go. And then you said click on this deal over here.
Yeah, so any of the ones on the right-hand side, you can just click on and it'll bring them up. And then,
Oh, there we go.
yeah, and then you should be able to enlarge it too if you want to make it a little bigger.
Sweet. There we go. Nice. The enlarge didn't really do anything.
Yeah, it didn't make it any bigger on my screen either.
No, it didn't make it big over here either. So I think we're going to kind of be limited on that. But you can still see it pretty good.
Yeah.
I can give it so people don't have to look at our faces. I'll give it the full screen. There we go.
Easy day.
Get a little bigger there. All right.
Well, Gil Kane.
Gil Kane. Well, yeah. So I just kind of randomly clicked on there. So we're going to start from the top left.
Sure, send it.
Okay. All right. Well, we got to let our guest go first.
So what tiers are we doing here?
I think we're just gonna have to fight over where we're gonna be placing stuff.
We got
That's
S,
kind of the
we got S tier, so S is like the best, then A, B, C, D.
Okay. Gil Kane.
Well, we got to kind of look. Let's first kind of look at who we got.
in our
'Cause
pool here, huh?
Because this is going to influence. Because that I know where Daryl's going to put that one. that's his bread and butter right there. All right, and we got a Frank Cho. We've got Ernie Chan.
Those are some great covers. Go ahead.
Yep, we got Bob Larkin.
Yeah, that's good. Magazines.
We've got Ron Wilson.
Okay.
Our buddy Sal.
Yeah.
We've got my guy Keown in his prime time epicness of his Hulk run. We got the original, the OG daddy.
Yeah, the Curbs.
The Curbs. We've got Mr.
John Byrne.
John Byrne. Paul Peltier.
That's who I was thinking of earlier. That's who was on the
Okay.
Hulk.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good looking Hulk there.
That's a cool. Yeah, I'm not as familiar with that one. What issue run was that during?
I don't know, but before you came on, me and him were talking about who was on Hulk when Jim was doing Grand Design. I couldn't remember what the dude's name is with this guy.
Yeah, I really like that. I might have to dig some of that up.
Yeah.
This is a good one, Mr. McGinnis.
Good
Ed
stuff.
McGinnis. We got Dave Cockrum, Mr. X-Men.
Yeah.
Earl Norham. I am not at all familiar with Earl Norham.
Mostly did those covers, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a
Rampaging
bunch of
Hulk.
airbrush painted covers.
That's cool. All right, we got, let's see, Herb Trimpe, another OG.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the Todd.
Yeah, the other one
Hulk.
was Larson.
The other one was Larson. Yeah, I got it. Was it that was the fill-in one during Todd's run, right? That Larson did.
It was Todd had ended with this issue.
That's right.
That
And
Larson
then he popped
issue.
in.
Yeah, Larson popped in for that one issue.
Yeah.
And Todd inked the cover. Todd actually did some thumbnail layouts for that
Okay.
issue, but then Larson just kind of did what he wanted, he said.
And then we got Pablo Marcos. We've got John Romita,
Yep.
Mr. Frank Miller,
Yeah.
inked by Rubenstein and Klaus Janson. And last but not least, Mr. Jim Starlin, Thanos' papa, right there, Mr. Jim Starlin. Oh boy. All
That's
right.
a pool right there.
That's a pool, man. Good job curating that, Sam. All right. Well, if it's just between, me and Daryl, I think we're going to easily be able to put Todd in the. Do we agree on S tier for Todd there,
Yeah, let's
guys?
put Todd towards the top.
Sam, do you agree on that?
Yeah, it's an S tier design.
All right. Now, how do I get it to go over there?
Just drag it.
It's not working.
You should just click on it, and you should just be able to drag it.
It's
the
not.
picture.
Yeah, it's not.
Maybe open it big like you had.
Maybe
And
here.
now-
Here we.
And now click there on the S.
Yeah, I am clicking, but it's
It
not
doesn't want
working.
you to do it, huh?
No,
Weird.
that is weird.
Can you drag the picture over to the S tier?
That's what I tried initially. Let me bring it over to my other monitor here. I wonder if it has something to do with me being in an incognito window. Oh wait, let me try this. Nope, that's the label. Let me try. Yeah, no, it doesn't let me.
It was working fine for me earlier.
I wonder. Let me try to open it in a non-incognito browser window, because that might be affecting it. Hold on, everybody. It's a live show. Let's bring these guys back. Oh, there we go. All right, let me check this real quick here. Boom, copying the link.
I feel like my head is like giant. I'm like close to the camera.
Here.
Oh, that's
There we go. Let's get us back to normal size here. All right, let me pop this open.
But yeah, if we can, I can also try to share my screen because it's working for me.
Let me test it real quick here. Yeah, I don't know. It may be because I'm not signed in or anything. Because it just gives the little crossed out deal and it won't let me manipulate it at all. So let's have you try it, Sam.
Let's see here. All right, let me drag this over.
Yeah, just open another tab and then
I'm on it.
And should be able to share it, and then I can add it to or you can add it to the stage too.
Boom.
There we go. All right, add the stage.
Look at this. Amazing.
Are you like logged in? It's probably because you created it or something.
I don't know, but anyways,
it
let's
works.
go grab Mr. Hulk here. Where's he at? There he is.
Down there.
Yes.
Yep.
There he
Yes.
is. That's
All
the
right. All right. Who we going next?
I guess let's go with Larson.
Larson for Hulk.
He's kind of got a weird shaped head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we just judging this particular image, or are we like judging what we know about the runs?
I think his actual work in it.
Yeah, overall.
Okay. Well, he didn't really do like a Hulk run. Well, I guess he kind of did later, but
Sam's hovering on C.
And this issue, yeah, I would have, at least judging by this issue, I would probably put it in the C tier.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
See you later.
See you later, Eric. We love you, but we got to be realistic.
Gil Kane.
Gil Kane for me would probably be the B tier. He did do the first Abomination, so you got to give him some credit for that.
Yeah, I could see B on that.
I'm not the biggest Gil Kane fan, but he does a pretty good Hulk.
He does, yeah. I'm a big fan of Frank Cho's art, so
You can stick this thing straight into D for me.
not a Frank Cho fan.
It's the hair. I don't know.
This is the totally awesome Hulk, not the Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Amadeus Cho
Yeah.
version. For me, that's like a B.
Where you landed at on this one, Daryl?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you, Sam. I'm gonna put it down to D, even though I do love Frank Cho's art.
All right, majority rules. There you go.
Jim Starlin.
Ooh, Jim Starlin does do some good Hulkage.
I
He
mean,
does good muscles.
C or
Yeah, let's say.
I don't think of him when I think of Hulk. So.
I don't either. Let's say C. I agree. C.
Yeah, it's above a D for sure.
Yeah.
Same with Frank Miller. It's like you don't think of him, when you think of the
Yeah.
Hulk either.
Honestly, I didn't even really know he had done anything on the Hulk.
He's done this Daredevil issue, and he did a few covers that are okay.
Now, how much of that is Klaus and how much of that is Frank? The age-old question, right?
Yeah, I think this era though. I don't even know, was Miller writing this issue.
It says you
Yeah.
penciled it.
Pencils, yeah.
Yeah, so
Roger McIntyre or Roger McKenzie script, Frank Miller pencils.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the C category.
Yeah,
too.
I'd agree. Our
See
buddy
'em.
Michael Gardner's in here. What's up, Michael? Welcome
Oh.
in. All right, who we got next? I mean,
Yeah.
that's a pretty solid Hulk.
Romita did. He did a lot of cover. He's did one of my favorite covers, 202, where he's like fighting like one of those warthogs. You've probably
me-
seen it. It's a pretty famous cover.
For me, Romita's so consistent in his art. Like I would put that in like a B.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
For
higher.
me, yeah.
Like
I'm gonna
Go
say A because I'm
Mhm.
picturing some of my favorite covers.
I could lean
that he's
to an
done.
A. Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
could
put him
lean
in
to an
A.
A on that.
Isn't this the Hulk design that's on your T-shirt? Is it a Romita?
Similar. Yeah.
That one was used for a corner box though, a circle corner box for a long time.
Interesting.
Tristan said B. He would have given that a B.
I have zero reference for who this person is. This was
Same,
just somebody
same.
that I kept seeing pop up for artists that people like for the Hulk. That was kind of a deep
Yeah.
cut, so I pulled him.
I'm not.
That's
super
gonna be
familiar with that either.
That's gonna be a D for me just because of the lack of familiarity.
Same.
D.
D's nuts.
Ooh,
No wait.
er-
I gotta put, for me, Herb is gonna be in the A at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
Especially
A
given
tier for Herb.
given the book I have behind me in the spinner rack, that he did the cover on.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a baller. All right, so this is probably going to be a weird one to do, but again, I just felt like pulling a weird oddball one. So here you
Mhm.
go.
I mean, I love that style.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah. A lot of those covers for that magazine are pretty awesome. So I'm gonna put it in the B tier.
Yeah, that could be a B.
It's very Rude-esque.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Maybe it could fetch 40 grand or something. There we go.
Beam.
B. All right, what do we got here?
Cockrum.
Oh, Cockrum. Now, how
Didn't
many-
really do a lot of Hulk though, other than a few covers
Yeah,
in this
just-
era.
just covers, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
this particular cover, that Hulk got used for a lot of like promo art and stuff.
I'd say I would put that in like a B just because Cockrum's so prolific and known for his
Yeah.
X-Men stuff too.
That cover's
I'd
pretty
agree.
dope.
I'd
Yeah,
agree with that. Now, there's a good chance Romita touched that head.
True. Yeah, because
Cover.
that looks very, very on model to what he did in the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's that corner box picture that I was saying.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
no shit, huh?
Yeah, and they would have Ramita come in and redraw a lot of stuff, a lot of faces and things.
Yep.
I'm a Ed McGuinness junkie, so that for me is going to be could be a A or a B for me.
Yeah, I think McGinnis is like exaggerated proportions works really well for the Hulk.
Yeah.
So I would say A, even though it's not my favorite run, like the Jeff Loeb part of it, but the
Yeah.
McGinnis art works really well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could see A. Now this, I'm given that this is making me want to go out and look for which issues he did, I would put that in at least a B.
This is like some pit vibes with all those veins, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
I'm digging
really
it.
well done. I'm the same. I'm not familiar with what era this is from, but it looks really good. If the rest of his issues look like this, then
I feel like he was somewhere in between when Deodato was on there. Mike Deodato was on there.
it kind of has that a little bit of that vibe to it.
Yeah, I feel like he was somewhere in there.
So
Well, let's go ahead.
I would just benefit of the doubt put it in the B for me.
Just being beautiful art,
Yeah.
Definitely capturing that more like savage, overly muscled Hulk that we all love.
Yep.
Yeah, throw that one in the B category, Sam.
Boom.
Got
He
quite a
was
few
on
Bs.
Hulk from 618 to 635.
Okay, so that is kind of right after that Mike Deodato run, I think.
Okay.
And apparently he did 407 to 412 before that,
Okay.
and 6.5 to 611. So he did it a bunch of times. It looks like on and off a bunch.
Now I'm gonna have to go dig some of that up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's John Byrne, so if you're a Byrne fan, you're gonna be all for it. Like, for me, it's not like the greatest Hulk drawing, but it's it definitely has the Byrne vibes. I would, for me personally, I'd put it in a B. Like, there's other Byrne stuff I like way more, but what do you guys think?
I kind of think this is looks more like Ramita stuff again. Just in terms of just like the way that the face looks in a way. It just looks like more Ramita to me.
This is a pretty awesome cover. I do like this, but I didn't love Byrne's short run in this era. This is like between the Sal Buscema and then there's like a hodgepodge before McFarlane takes over.
Right.
I do like this cover, and he did like a Marvel fanfare at this time too, where he does a very similar looking Hulk to this. I would say I'm going to say B though. B.
Yeah.
When
B
I think of John Byrne, I don't think like the Hulk run.
I don't either. Yeah.
X-Men, Fantastic Four, Superman before I think of Hulk.
Yeah, definitely. I'm right there with you.
This has to go in an S, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's
that's God tier.
Yeah.
And that's like the the printing error that originally had him gray.
Hell yeah. Gotta go in here. We gotta put it above Todd. What are we doing?
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
For me, that's an S too, but I'm totally a Keown junkie.
Yep, I'm gonna say S tier.
I'm outvoted.
Where now? Curiosity, Sam. Where would you have put it?
Probably like an A or a B.
Okay.
For me, it's like this face doesn't work for me. It's too thin, I think, for the Hulk. I think it needs to be more blocky.
You know what's funny is when he drew him like on the interiors, he didn't always look like that. So it's kind of that is kind of a weird, uncharacteristically weird face that he put on him there. That was towards the end of his run too.
I couldn't even tell you what his Hulk looked like outside of main images like this because I've never looked at it. So
well, now I showed you some of those interiors.
Yeah,
last week.
Right.
Now when he took over, the Hulk was gray, but it was like right at the end of the gray Hulk, and then it became merged. But he brought the Savage Hulk back for a couple issues, and his green Savage Hulk, it makes you be like, why didn't they do this a little longer before they went straight into this? merged Hulk, because then he did have like the thinner face. that was
Tristan
supposed to-
Tristan says the beater
beater
shirt was
shirt.
iconic.
and I think this is where the bunny slippers come from too, that you see on a lot of like
Oh yeah, that's right.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
They just announced who Diamond Select just announced like a big like 12-inch figure of this dude.
Oh
Yeah.
geez.
So
yeah, I saw some,
We already talked about that, Sam. I gotta resist the temptation to be getting these figures. I gotta put Sal in an S.
yeah,
yeah.
Sal's S tier for me too.
Yeah.
That's not the best image right there, but
No, but he's consistently amazing stuff in there.
yeah,
My favorite thing about his Hulk is how much like black undertone like shadows that he does. Like it's always just super dark black.
Yeah, his spot blacks were very well placed.
Yeah, dope. S. Another just weird oddball one I tossed in here.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
pretty
of
cool.
him. Yeah, Ron Wilson's pretty good.
That's
When you
giving
run
me
across-
little Bernie Wrightson vibes.
Yeah, like Frankenstein
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it B though, just because there's not enough of it. to
Yeah,
really-
I would go B.
Is that painted? It looks like it might be
It looks
painted.
painted, yeah.
Yeah, it's dope. Speaking of painted,
Bob Larkin.
yeah, Bob
looks
Larkin
like
and Jim
a-
Lawson, man, you got to put those boys in S all day for me.
That looks like a movie poster almost.
Yeah, it had to be one of those rampaging Hulk covers, I would think.
Yeah.
I have a big Bob Larkin and Jim Lawson print set hanging up out in my living room.
I
Huge
do
11
too.
by 17. Yo, you
I
got
put
that
it-
too? That print
The
set?
Hulk. That's the Hulk. I've got a Hulk one and a Spider-Man one. They do.
For
I
me
think there's a-
personally, like I'd put it at A just because I'm not as familiar, but I agree with whatever you guys think because you're more familiar with his work. It's beautiful work.
Yeah, I would go with A. I mean, it's not S, but I would go with A.
It's really like weird looking because it's airbrushed. So like when you see it up close, like when we're done looking at this, I'll go grab one of them off the wall and show it to
Cool.
you guys. But yeah, it just has a weird aesthetic.
Yeah. It's another
Cool.
one I'm not as familiar with.
He mostly did covers, and it was Darren Sal Buscema's run, but he was doing some covers that are just really some like ripped looking Hulk. I mean, he
Okay.
has not an ounce of body fat.
Look at this dude's
Full-
lats.
Full
Yeah.
striations. He's got the serratus muscles popping there.
Yeah, I mean, they're super detailed. I mean, I would almost, because he didn't do a lot of interiors, I'm going to say B, but man, the covers are great.
His
Yeah, I'd
shins
go-
are bigger than his thighs.
Yeah, I'd go with a B. I'd go with a B on that because I can appreciate the ripped anatomy there.
So like I wonder if this will blow up any bigger. It doesn't. That sucks. Cause dude, this cover is actually really dope. That was one of the reasons why I pulled it, but they're on like a Navy battleship. He's just cracking dudes at like the mast off the ship. Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, all of his covers like right around then. It's like you pull one out, you're like, whoa, look at this.
So we
Yeah.
ended up with a lot in the B. So
Yeah.
there's been a lot of good mid-level Hulks that we got on there.
And to be fair, it's a lot of it is because of unfamiliarity, but we're still
Yeah.
like it's good enough to be in middle of the pack, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this is the one that I'm most curious about seeing other work of.
Yeah. And I'm definitely gonna be looking that up after we're off here for sure.
Now I know the current guy doing the Hulk. I've just picked up a few issues.
Nick Klein.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I just don't like the long hair. But
Yeah, but they're going like full like horror.
yeah,
Like he's doing that whole Infernal Hulk run, and then they're culminating it in a big thing. So yeah, it's definitely, I would say it's the first time like I've really been excited about a Hulk book in a while, just because
Yeah.
I'm drawn in by the art, and the story's been pretty good too. It's definitely like creepy. Like it's not my normal stuff that I would read.
yeah,
But it's been pretty cool what he's doing in there. So it kind of has a little Keown vibes to some of his rendering and stuff. So I was like, oh, actually tweeted on his X, and I was like, oh, you're taking me back to Keown. He's like, oh, that's a huge compliment that I like. You know, I think that's kind of partially what he's going for on it. So
I could see that. I reviewed I don't know what number it was, but he was fighting Thor, and somebody in my comments was like, "Hey, can you check this issue out?" And I was like, "Well, if they have it at the
Yeah.
shop, I'll grab one," and they did. So I
Yeah,
reviewed
Nick
it.
Nick actually did a run on Thor as well
Oh yeah.
prior to that. Yeah. Yeah. He's got some really cool work. I
Mhm.
just picked up a Kickstarter that he did, and it's like I showed you the little bit of that. I think, Sam, it's like that thick, this Kickstarter, and it's like full. He did it like fully painted. It looks painted,
Oh
and
wow.
it's yeah, it's really cool.
So
It's
he's
one of
staying
those.
busy. How old is he?
I don't know. I don't know. I've been trying to get him on the podcast because I want to learn more about him. He's kind of one of these guys that I didn't know a lot about, and then it's like kind of taken the world by storm, and so we gotta put your stuff up here on the stream for everybody. Look at that.
Ooh.
Read your comics.
I
Yes,
feel like I'm on the
sir.
news now or something.
Yeah, tick, 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 tick. Breaking news. Breaking news.
But yeah, as we're kind of wrapping up here, though, is there anything that you kind of wanted to promote, any videos at all that you're going to be posting here soon that you kind of wanted to pitch out to everybody?
I don't know. I'm trying to decide on more stuff. I am going to be covering the Extinction Agenda on an issue by issue
Cool.
basis. I did a poll for that, and that's what it was, a really tight poll actually. It was between Mutant Massacre and Extinction Agenda, and I think Extinction got like one more vote than Mutant Massacre did. So I put a cutoff date, and so that's what I'm going to do starting sometime next month. I haven't pinned a date down, but that'll be fun to revisit because I haven't really read that story in 30-ish years,
Yeah.
So I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to be getting back into the Peter David Hulk run again soon. And the last one I did was right after the 377 merged Hulk issue, so we'll be jumping into the Professor Hulk storyline pretty soon. So that's the main things, and then I'm always going to be dabbling in like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and my ADD, I guess, will take me in different directions.
I'm curious, before we let you go, like what kind of stuff are you picking up these days? Are you picking up a lot of modern comics? Are you going back and looking at a lot of older stuff? What are you dabbling in?
Not really much new stuff that I follow with any kind of regularity.
Are you like Sam? Are you like Sam? Did you only pick up one issue of Absolute Batman and throw it away?
I actually just read the first like 4 issues digitally.
Okay.
I did not buy it physically, and I liked it okay. But I get Batman overkill real easy. Like, I like Batman as a character, but it's like I'm like, I mean, I get it. It's a different take, but it's still just another Batman to me, But more power to it for all the attention it's getting, and if it's bringing attention to comics, then I'm all for it being successful.
That's the main thing. Like, it's definitely gotten a lot of people into comics who weren't previously into comics. So I think that's the coolest part about it. Even if it's not everybody's cup of tea, like, it's gotten a lot of people excited. I think a lot of the younger generation too, because it is so like manga and anime influenced in the art, that they're digging it. So yeah, I can't seem to keep it on the shelves. So it's a good thing for comics as a whole.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And that other book that's going nuts too, which I could have bought it, Dork, that like everybody's going nuts about right now. When I went to the shop, they had like 4 copies of it.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, and this was before I even knew there was any hype about it. I looked at it, I was like, this looks kind of neat, but I put it back. And now I'm like, I should have grabbed one of those.
Yeah, I had him on my podcast and kind of learned more about him and about the book. And I had a feeling that people were going to dig it. So, and I ultimately just happy for him. Like, it's such like he was on vacation on his birthday when the book came out and was getting all the feedback of how well it sold and everything. So he was, what a way to spend your birthday, having a hit book.
I'm sure it's exciting. I mean, I'd never heard anything about it. I just saw it and it attracted my attention. I was like, a play on orcs and dorks with comic dork. Oh, that's cool. So I picked it up and kind of flipped through. I was like, this looks interesting, but
And that guy's career is insane. Like, I didn't know the extent of it till I had him on. Literally designing puppets for Jim Henson
Oh,
for
really?
many
Mhm.
years. Literally, there is a Brett Bean display in the Jim Henson
Oh,
building.
that's awesome.
He did with all his different puppet designs, and he
Was it
worked on.
getting a lot of? Go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was gonna say he also worked on Mystery Science Theater 3000 and did all of that. So this guy's career has been all over, and then he got
Yeah.
this idea for the character, and he'd done the stuff for Scotty on I Hate Fairyland, and now he's
Mhm.
doing this. So it's kind of cool to see, like, he's got his finger on the pulse of a bunch of different things, but comics is like continued to draw him back in.
That's pretty awesome. I didn't know all that. Was the book getting a lot of like hype before it came out? Because I didn't
Not
hear about
not
it at all.
really, not really. I think it was one of those that, like, when people grabbed it and it's like it's something different. It's kind of a
Mhm.
new thing, and in the way, like, his art style is very much around, that Scotty Young style. So
Mhm.
I think a lot of people dig that. And then just the concept of, like, I don't know how much you know about it, but the
Not a lot.
shield is his shield is basically alive,
Okay.
and it wants him to kill everybody.
Okay.
It's like constantly telling him, we need to kill the, he's like, no, I'm just talking. No, you need to kill him. Like, so there's a funny, very good character development in it. I
Okay.
think that got a lot of people drawn into it.
It might be one I check out in the collect since I missed the first.
Oh, we
issue.
got
I
our
mean,
buddy
I go on
Cliff
the
on
second.
comics in here. What's up, Cliff? Michael says he got a dork blank when they came out. Nice. You can pay off all your student loans now.
Well, if you do it now, because it won't hold that back.
No.
I just made a
None
big
of
thing
these.
about FOMO. These ridiculous prices. Like I said, more power to Absolute Batman. Do not pay $300, $400, $500 for that book
No.
right now. Do not do it. Just wait. It'll come
Well,
down.
and it feels like there's a lot of these recently, because there was Dork, and then this
Mhm.
week, this past week, that one I'd never heard anything about, didn't even know it was coming out, called White Sky.
Yeah,
It's
I've
like
seen that
another image, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is the next! It's sold out everywhere!" And people putting it up on eBay for $150 and all. So you wonder how much of it's genuine versus
one.
generated too. Like, I personally know because of Brett that there was no, like, weird thing behind Dork, but some of these I wonder, like, it's really weird all of a sudden to have all these hit books that are selling out and being
Yeah,
flipped for crazy amounts out of nowhere.
and it makes me wonder, like, are we getting, like, we came out of the cycle from like 2020 when all this was going nuts, it's like we kind of had
Yeah,
our down, and it's like, are we cycling back into it again
kind of
already?
feels like it.
So,
Yeah.
but again, it's like if it brings people to the hobby, say it brings 100 people in, 20 of them stick around 3 years later.
And it's a perfect opportunity to do this. Since you want to buy a bunch of comics, go buy a bunch of Sam's comics, because next hot FOMO book, White Line Deadline 2, is going to be coming out.
Yeah, and I got the pre-orders for the Kirby bootleg up as
There
well.
you go.
Hopefully I'll be sending it off to the printer here in the next day or two whenever I get the last address to get that thing sent off.
Yeah,
But yeah,
hopefully
it's like
they're watching so they get off their butt and get that to you.
real though. But yeah, it's like 45 pages of just Jack Kirby bootleg goodness. So
Yeah, that
can't
sounds
pass it
awesome.
up, man.
I saw some of the stuff you posted on that.
Yeah, and
Looks
I
really
got to
good.
see the full preview, and it is wild.
Yeah.
It is wild.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love the little Kirby caricatures that were done in there. Who did those?
Which
Like
ones? 'Cause
where
there's a couple.
like where he's got his back to the viewer. And
Oh,
it has the
that's
quotes and everything.
That's Nathan did that. Nathan Campos.
Oh, nice. Another
Yeah.
Nathan.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, dude can draw his ass off. I just wish that he would do more. I
Yeah.
harp on him all the time.
Usually he's in here. You put him
Yeah.
on blast in front of everybody. That's awesome. Daryl, dude, this has been fun, man. I got a feeling that you and I we could talk a lot about all our loves of the 90s stuff coming up. So
Yeah.
might need to reach out and get you on my pod to delve deeper into our love of McFarlane goodness.
I'm always down to talk about comics of any era, but the '90s, because that's what I lived through, right?
Yeah, same. Awesome. Well, Samuel, you got anything else before we pop off of here?
Well, next week we have Devil on the kayfabe champ himself.
Oh,
so
there we go.
Got to look forward to that.
Awesome, guys. So make sure you tune in next week. Let me put in the little reminders here. Smash the like, subscribe, comment. Set a reminder to hang out with your Bristol bros every Tuesday, 7 p.m. PST, or as Sam always likes to point out, 9 CST, or 10 for Daryl. All right, everybody. Well, listen, thank you again, Daryl. Thank you, Sam.
Yes, sir.
All right, everyone. Thanks to all the viewers. Have a great night. See you next time.
Bye.